Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My name's GBay99. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you all had a fantastic New Year. Happy 2017. I hope you had a fantastic New Year's Eve, fantastic New Year's Day. Yeah, I know this video is coming out a little bit later than most people's New Year's videos are, but I want to take some time to talk to you guys a little bit about 2016 and the start of 2017. In particular, oh my goodness, my final game of 2016 was maybe the most crazy game I played all year. So I was playing in a game I was playing where I was trying to get my last game of 2016 to be a win. I was playing on stream where we were in a promo series. It was 1-1, 1 win, 1 loss. Final game, we were playing Camille top lane, and it was probably the most, I think it was the most back and forth game I've ever seen. We started off really well, getting first blood, then we died to a few ganks, and then we had a huge moment where our team was just losing and losing and losing. Our team was throwing, then we were throwing, then we started winning out of nowhere. We started taking inhibs, then the enemy team started winning out of nowhere. They were taking our inhibs, and then there was one moment in the game where both bases were completely open. Both teams, I mean, there was Baron up, both teams had a clear opportunity to win the game if any team lost a team fight, and our team got caught out like hell. We had 3 people get picked off one after another, and I was sure the game was here. Just watch the clip. We're gonna lose because they're idiots, aren't we? Stop him! Stop him! Stop the call! Stop the ports! The TP! Oh fuck! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, we actually did it! We actually did it! Holy fuck! The GA came up just in time! That was definitely one of the highlights for 2016 for me. I mean, that was a fantastic game. And of course, our first game of 2017 started off just as strong. Hey, we're 1-7 for 2017! But anyway, today I want to take some time to just relax with you guys and have another long video where I want to talk to you guys about my past 2016 and what I want to accomplish in 2017. The reason this video is coming out so late in comparison to all the other YouTubers in their 2016 videos is I didn't really know if I wanted to do one of these videos until I went back and watched my Q&A for 2016. The first video I released of the new year of 2016 was a video that was a Q&A where I detailed my New Year's resolutions and what I wanted to accomplish in the upcoming year, and it was really fun going back and looking at everything that's happened in the past year, everything that I've tried to accomplish, everything that I've done well, everything that I've failed at, and there's been a lot that's happened. We started Road to Diamond. We did an entire season of Road to Diamond. We started season 2 of Road to Diamond. That was definitely one of the highlights for me. In that video, one of the things, the big resolution that I had for the year was I wanted to have 2016 be the year that I find what kind of content I want to make on my YouTube channel. I was just always running out of ideas. I had no idea what kind of direction I wanted to take the channel in, and I think that's something that I can say I moderately succeeded at. We started Road to Diamond, and that was one of the big successes of the year for me was, you know, it's kind of become a bit of a boring and repetitive thing at this point since every YouTuber and their mother is doing a Road to Diamond series. However, when I started that up, no one was really doing it. It was a really exciting moment where I just got the idea to steal it from the FIFA community, but it really blew up. It felt like a real exciting, fun thing, and I don't know if you guys are still enjoying the series this year. I hope that you are. If you are, thank you very much for your continued support and for still watching it, but it's really been an enjoyable year, and that was one thing that was really fun, seeing every other YouTuber pick it up too. It felt like I finally did something right on YouTube. Another thing that really was pretty, I mean, it was pretty enjoyable for me in 2016 was streaming. I've made a real conscious effort to stream more this past year, and even this month, January, believe it or not, we've actually started a 30 days of Stream Bay, which is like our 30 days of G-Bay, but with our YouTube or without the YouTube channel, with the stream instead, where I'm streaming every single day starting at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on my Twitch channel. I'm trying to stream every single day. I don't know if I'll be able to succeed in this one like I did with the 30 days of G-Bay on YouTube. But streaming is something that I really enjoy. There's something weird about streaming from a streamer's perspective. I've never really done something that feels so overwhelming. I think that would be a good way to describe streaming. You don't really think about it when you're just watching a stream, but as a streamer, when you're trying to play the game, you're trying to play the game well so people don't call you boosted, you're trying to look at the chat, talk to the chat. If you're talking about something on top of it that's irrelevant to both things, like some rant about why Sword Art Online is the worst piece of media I've ever seen, then you also have to have coherent and normal thoughts with that. It's a really interesting experience that I want to do more of in 2017. But let's go ahead and start talking about some of the fun stuff. What I hope to accomplish in 2017 and what I think the new year will be like for me. In particular, the number one thing that I really want to do is find my personality. That sounds like a weird thing, but I want to move on and build off of my finding what kind of content I want to make, that resolution of 2016. This year, I really want to find what kind of personality I want to be. I don't know if this is something that you guys have noticed about me or my content. I think it's probably the biggest flaw that I have as a content creator is that I am way too easily influenced by the people that I watch myself. So, for instance, if I'm going and watching a bunch of streamers for a week where I'm watching Tyler One and Mitch Jones and Reckful and Ice Poseidon and all these streamers that are sort of comedy streamers or like funny personalities that I can enjoy watching their stream and don't watch it for like high-level League of Legends gameplay. If I'm watching a lot of those streamers for the course of a week, then I want to become one of them. I want to become a personality like them where I am the kind of, or where I hope that I can turn into one of those funny guys where, you know, maybe you guys have a rough day at school or a rough day at work, or maybe you're feeling depressed and bummed out and you hate winter and you hate how dark the sky is, but I hope to be the voice where you can turn on your computer, go to my YouTube channel or my stream, and I can make you laugh, put a smile on your face, and make you forget about life for a little while. That's the sort of thing that I want to be when I watch those kinds of streams. But then, that very same week, I can go and start watching those analytical videos on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have seen Matthew Matosis's videos, or any of those like hyper informative review channels where they go into like hour-long plus videos of just reviewing and detailing mechanics in video games. I enjoy watching those channels too. So while one day I might be wanting to be a comedic laughing boy, quoting Bugs Bunny there, if I want to just be a comedy guy for one day, and then suddenly the next day I turn on a dime to suddenly wanting to be a super hyper informative and analytical YouTuber where I'm going and spending 50 hours making a Camille analysis video detailing the nuances and design choices in Camille's kit, where I then foolishly try and clickbait title it something like why Camille is not OP, and then get a bunch of deserved dislikes because of it. I think that's something that's probably the biggest problem with my YouTube channel at the moment, and it's something that I really want to fix. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Zelig, which is like an old movie from the 70s or 80s. There's another Woody Allen film where it's a fake documentary about some guy that is, he's like a human chameleon where whoever he's talking to, he wants to become like them. So he actually becomes like them. He's talking to a Hispanic person and he starts speaking Spanish and his skin gets darker, or he's talking to rabbis and he grows a hat and a beard and starts speaking Hebrew because he wants to be liked by everyone. I feel, I've probably said this on the YouTube channel before, I feel a bit of an emotional connection to that, where I really try and fit other people's personalities into my own because I want to be liked like other people are liked, and I don't really have the confidence in my own personality to really expand on myself and be entertaining without using other people's success as a crutch, which is something I definitely want to work on in 2017. Another thing I want to work on in 2017 is doing a similar thing with my content. I'm kind of scatterbrained with my content right now, where I'm trying to do a bunch of different things. I'm trying to do the Road to Diamond stuff. I'm trying to do the occasional analytical video, like I was just mentioning. But I'm also trying to do stuff like stream highlights. You know, with me streaming so much, streaming 30 days this month, I'm really trying to make a lot of highlights out of it because I'm having a lot of fun on stream, and I kind of want to share that fun with my YouTube audience since I get like 1K viewers on stream or less, typically a lot less. If I only get less than 1K viewers on stream, then that means a lot of people that watch my YouTube channel regularly aren't seeing those moments, those enjoyable moments. I kind of want to share that with you guys if there's something really funny or cool that happens, but I don't want to just become a stream highlights channel. I don't want to become one of those guys where I'm just nonstop uploading daily videos of content that I would call recycled content. Not to say that there is an effort put into it or anything, but content where I didn't make it exclusively for YouTube. I'm not talking to my YouTube audience when I speak in the video. I'm talking to the Twitch chat. I much prefer that I still continue releasing YouTube videos that are specifically for you guys, where I'm talking to you guys, and that's why I think those stream highlight channels have a bit of a negative connotation. But I also want to share those stream highlights with you as well. It's like a weird balancing act that I'm not too sure how to do. Yeah, that's another big thing that I want to do in 2017. And finally, maybe the biggest thing I want to do in 2017 is I want to get good at League of Legends. This is something you probably think I say every year, but I've actually never said this before or never had this as a New Year's resolution. I really want to make a conscious effort to get good at League of Legends, and the way that I'm going to measure that is I want to get to a rating I've never gotten to before. Obviously, we want to hit Masters and Road to Masters / Road to Diamond. That's the final goal, but if we fail at that, I want to at least get to a rating I've never gotten to before, like Diamond 2, Diamond 1. Hopefully that's something that will be possible. I know a lot of you guys are clamoring at me to get coaching from other people, namely LS, I believe, has offered to coach me a couple of times on Twitter and maybe on his stream, and you guys are constantly telling me to get coaching from him. But for the reason that I say that I don't want to is kind of complicated. I love LS. I mean, I love his casting. I love his analysis. I love a lot of stuff about him. It's nothing to do with him and nothing personal like that. But I feel like it would be kind of dumb and kind of rude to do basically the exact opposite of what I tried to do my entire first 2 years on YouTube. The first few years on YouTube I spent the entire time trying to just get good at League of Legends and show you guys how to get good at League of Legends through teaching you how to find out how to get better on your own. So I'm a big believer in not being, I don't think when you teach someone, you can really teach them by just giving them answers, right? Like, if you go back and watch my old videos, a lot of them are very wishy-washy. A lot of them are very theoretical, where I'm not talking about, okay, to do well top lane, you want to you want to pick Aurelia, and you want to play Aurelia, play passively levels 1 through 6, and then once you hit 6 or get your Sheen or both, then you want to go aggressive. And if you blow a full combo or you get a reset on your Q and a stun with E, you'll 100 to 0 anyone, except for maybe this champion, where on this champion you have to worry about this cooldown. But once that cooldown's down, you can go and 100 to 0 them. I never wanted to give like super specific examples like that, because that doesn't teach you anything. I mean, you know how to do that at that point, and you'll know, oh, I'm Aurelia, I'm 6, I'm against a Riven who's 5. Let's go. I have an opportunity, an opening to engage. Let's go get a kill. You might get a kill in that situation every single time, but that doesn't really help you as a player. You don't understand why you're doing that. You're just doing it because you were told to. The thing that I think really makes players better is when they learn that on their own, is when they just put in the time and effort to learn that on their own, and understanding the behind the scenes, like understanding the structure of what it is that makes Aurelia strong at level 6, and what it is that makes her stronger than this or that champion that she can 100 to 0 them. I think that's more important, and that makes you an overall better player, which is why I never did that in the past, why I never gave super specific examples in the past, and it's why I feel like it would be a little bit of a cop-out, why I feel like it would be a little bit of I feel like it would disenfranchise my whole attitude my first few years on YouTube to just go back and go against everything that I suggested and everything I said that you should do as a League of Legends player. It's something that a lot of you guys, you're going to cringe at me when you see me making the same mistakes, and I'm going to try and improve as quickly as possible so Road to Diamond doesn't get repetitive of me making the same mistakes over and over. But I really want to make sure that if I get better at League of Legends, I get better 100% on my own. I don't want to cheat. Not to say that it's cheating, but no pro player in the LCS right now got to the professional level because they got coaching from someone. No pro player, no Hotshot GG, Dyrus, or Reginald, or any of the old school pros that I watched growing up as a player. None of those guys got as good as they did from just getting coaching, from having their friend teach them how to play, or teach them how to get out of gold, or how to get out of platinum, or how to get out of diamond. They learned on their own, and that's what made them such fundamentally good players back in their prime. So that's something that I really want to do, and that's probably the only other New Year's resolution I have, is wanting to get good and get good on my own merits. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, this is like a 14, 15-minute video. If you've made it this far in the video, I want to go ahead and say thank you very much and end this on a couple of thoughts on my what I think of 2016 as a whole. 2016, a lot of people would say, was a bad year. 2016, it kind of depends who you ask. If you ask like a super liberal person why 2016 was a bad year, then they'll probably say that, oh, Britain voted to leave the EU, Donald Trump is president. If you ask a conservative person why 2016 was a bad year, they'll say social justice warriors are ruining America and that ISIS is going to destroy us all. If you ask someone from the internet why 2016 was such a bad year, they'll probably say Harambe got shot. But like, if you ask a bunch of people, they'll all give their reasons, but most of them will say that 2016 was a really bad year unless they had something personal happen, like getting married, where obviously it was a very good year for them. But I think the thing that made 2016 kind of bad was just the divisiveness that it feels like it's molded between people. Like, maybe this is just recency bias, but I don't believe that politics have ever been quite as divided as they are now. That might be a little ridiculous, but I think, like, in this election, there were never as many spoiler votes in the U.S. election between Trump and Hillary. I don't think there were ever as few people that actually believed in their candidate, whereas most of the votes cast seemed to just be because they hated the other candidate. I think that kind of divisiveness that we see in our politics and really everywhere in life is the thing that's really starting to make a lot of people feel like the world is becoming more frustrating, or the world is, whatever problem that they have. I think that's the sort of thing that makes it feel so frustrating and insurmountable. So the best advice I think I can give in that situation is, regardless of how your 2016 went, and regardless of whatever it is that you believe, whether you're on the side of BuzzFeed and MTV where you hate all white men, or whether you hate BuzzFeed and MTV because they hate all white men, I think the best thing that we can all do is just try and make an effort to really be more understanding of each other. I know I mentioned the advice that this old high school teacher, my old government teacher, gave me a lot in one of my more recent videos that was titled something like The Best Advice I've Ever Received. I talked about one of the things that one of the pieces of advice that he gave me. But another piece of advice that I don't believe I mentioned on my YouTube channel before that he told me was, he told me whenever you're confrontational with another person, about either politics or religion or any individual issue, or even if you're just arguing with someone over something mundane and normal that doesn't have anything to do with politics, I'm trying to remember his exact words. It was something like, never argue with them unless you can argue both sides of the argument. So if you are trying to argue with someone why Donald Trump will be a bad president, never argue that unless you could also actually argue why you think, or why someone would think that he could be a good president, right? I think that's a really important thing to sort of foster an understanding between people, and sort of I obviously know that this little advice in this stupid YouTube video isn't going to change the world or anything, but I try and, as corny as it sounds, I try and live by that whenever I can. Whenever I get really frustrated or triggered that something, seeing some ridiculous thing on the internet or some ridiculous headline on the news, it really makes my blood boil. The best way for me to sort of calm down and feel like the world isn't ending is to try and sort of understand that there's two sides to every story, and with those two sides, it becomes a lot less world destroying if you make a serious attempt at understanding the other person's point of view. I hope that 2017 will be better than 2016. A bunch of people say that there's all these things wrong with 2016, but I think a lot of people just did have a pretty bad year, and I hope the next year will be better. The thing that sort of made me excited and hopeful for 2017 was an old comic that was being passed around on the internet a couple days ago. I think it was shared on Reddit. It was a comic by a Dutch cartoonist that was detailing the year 1939 passing on the world to the new year, where obviously 1939 was a terrible and horrifying year with stuff like Hitler invading Poland and the start of World War II. So that was obviously a terrible year that 2016 does not come close to matching in the horrific level of what happened that time, but what happened in that time. So I don't want to compare the 2 years, but the thing that I thought was kind of interesting was the world is still here, right? We're all still here. A lot of the way that news media and the way that we discuss certain things, particularly the divisive issues like politics and the frustrating things that go on, it's always us against them, and it feels like the fight is over the end of the world. It's always us against them, and it feels like the fight is over the end of the world, where if the bad guys win, then life as we know it will forever change. But at the end of the day, the world is still here. You know, some almost 80 years after that cartoon was made, we're all still here. We're all still here, and the world is a whole lot better for it. No matter how awful and frustrating things might seem with the developments of the world, and with no matter how awful and frustrating whatever news article you read might seem, and how terrible things might feel like they're becoming, we'll still all be here. We'll still all be here a year from now, making our resolutions for 2018 and looking back on 2017. Whether this is a good year or not for us, we'll all still be here later, and hopefully we'll be happy that 2017 will maybe be better than 2016. I hope you guys are all outlining your resolutions, and I hope that you are able to. I hope that you're able to accomplish everything that you want and more. I certainly hope that I will. I got a lot of things that I want to do in 2017. I hope it'll be a good year for me, and I hope you guys have just as good of a year. But I'm starting to ramble a little bit here, so I will go ahead and cut this video off there. If you watch this all the way to the very end, I appreciate it very much. Let's do one of those little things where I'll look through the comments and see if you actually made it to this part of the video, if you use the word sock. If you made it to the end of this video, please use the word sock in your comments somewhere, so that way when I'm scrolling through the comments, I will know that you watched this all the way through. Anyway, though, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this video. I hope you have a marvelous 2017. I'll see you all tomorrow, but until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.